One of the nice things about going out and visiting new rifle ranges, you never know what you're going to find. I like to collect ammunition and spent cartridges, so I usually look down, and that paid off. I ended up finding quite a bit of these disintegrating links, and we'll show you how these work later if you're not familiar with them, but I got a pretty good stack of them here, and I'm going to clean them off in this soapy water, and they're kind of a little rusty and just weathered, so I'm going to clean them up and see how nice they are, and then we'll take a closer look at them. Alright, so we got them cleaned out here, and I'm spreading them out on this cookie sheet thing with some towels just to let them dry out a little bit. I'm also kind of visually inspecting them all. If there's any that are rusted through or anything, I'll just ditch them right away. But actually these are all looking pretty good. They looked kind of rusty when I found them, but they're cleaning up pretty decent. I just put them all in here into this like milk jug thing and rinsed them with some soap and then with some water until they quit coming out with too much crap. And like I say, I'm just spreading them out now to dry. I'll probably spray them with some REM oil or something, just some penetrating oil, maybe some WD-40 even, just something to displace the water. We'll take a closer look with some ammo when they're all dry. Alright, so they've dried off a bit here, and now we've got a whole bunch of links. Now that they've dried, they do get some of the rust back, but it's just a real light surface rust. I've had a chance to kind of eyeball pretty much most of them one-on-one, and they all seem like they're in pretty decent shape, and not a lot of weird rusty ones. I think I must have picked them up before they had a chance to really corrode too much. So now the question is, how many of them do I have out here? And I'm too lazy to count them all. So what I'm going to end up doing is just turning on the scale here, and then we're going to weigh 10 of them. So and it looks like 10 of them weighs 1.6 ounces, but let's double check that. Let's add another 10. So with another 10, it should weigh 3.2. And it comes out to 2.8. So we're going to split the difference and just say 3. So that tells us that 10 of them should weigh about 1.5 ounces. Next, put a container on here. And then we'll zero it out. Now the container isn't an issue. And we'll just put all these links into the container here. Alright, and we come up with 1 pound 14.3 ounces. We'll check on that, and we'll do the division, and we'll figure out how many we've got. Okay, if I did the math right, we're looking at about 200 of them right on the dot. So I'm going to spread them back out here, and just to help kind of keep them nice and get rid of some of that surface rust, I'm going to spread them back out on this paper towels. So for me, I'm not on one end or the other of the lubricant debate. I know there's a lot of people that have their favorites. I suggest checking out the Gear Obsession channel. He did a great test between most of the popular oils. See for yourself, choose what you want. This REM oil didn't do the best, but again, it's what I have, and for this purpose it'll work just fine. So I'm just spraying them to clean them up a bit and prevent some of that rust from coming back. So taking a look at the end results here, I thought we might take a look at the links themselves in case people aren't familiar with them. They're called disintegrating links because as you shoot, the belt goes in one side with the rounds, and out the other side it comes out brass, the empty cases, and then these individual links, they sort of disintegrate from the belt. And if we take a close look at them, they're all exactly the same, and they are designed to kind of link together like an MC Escher painting or something. So you can see that there's two of the same shapes, and as they come together, they would create the belt. There's this little hook or clip end down here, and that's going to kind of fit into the rim of the case, and then the top is just designed to let them be flexible. On this one, for example, you can see that it's going to end on one end with that shape, and on the other end it's going to sort of be ready to accept that shape. So when you've got a belt of these things, if you want to be cool like in the old Western movies or whatever, you can take the two ends, put them together, and then you just kind of slide this last case up as the keystone. And now I've just created a endless loop. This one's a little short, but you get the idea. And this one is actually just about the right size for like a Vietnam era helmet, just a little bit too big for a helmet. I'm just pushing the brown one way or the other, and the back end here that catches the rim gives way, and then you can break the loop and make it into a belt again. So this belt is about 50, I think it's like 53 or 55 rounds. And if we open it up here, that should be right around 30 inches. Yeah, so just about 30 inches. So I'm guessing that the 200 links or so that I found out there are going to give me something like a 10-foot long belt if I had enough brass to put it together. I wish I had more of this stuff. Like I said, I don't know what this is, but it looks cool. It looks, from a couple of feet away, it looks like real bullets in there. I'll probably spray these once or twice more with some oil, and then just probably put them in a bag and store them until I can find some brass. So anyway, it was a cool thing to find at the range. I don't know if there's much value to these. It's just kind of a cool thing to be able to find. And in the future, I'll have another belt. Thanks for watching.
The guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching gunwebsites.com.